just how these feelings, this is my point, this is the whole point of the podcast, that how the feelings dictate the behavior. So just because we do these things doesn't mean we have to do these things, because we can feel this feeling and go down this route that we always go down. If it's a positive, if it has a positive outcome or a not very negative outcome on others, then go down it by all means. But if the option you're choosing has a negative outcome for yourself and others, so just say me now, when these men are embarrassing me now, or this man's embarrassing me and I'm breaking him down differently, and like he's on some next kind of reconstruction, like he's mash up and I'm going to prison, that's a negative for him and a negative for me. Even if I dodge prison, do you know what I mean? Still left him with a negative, do you know what I mean? So there's other ways I can deal with this thing, do you know what I mean? Because for one, the thing wasn't even my beef. It's me protecting people. I've got this thing with protecting, I had this thing with protecting people, you know, the ones there, but I realised that like it doesn't get me no further. These people find themselves in trouble all the time. So why am I protecting this person that doesn't protect themselves? They should be shielding themselves from these situations, but they don't. They keep walking around, eyes wide open. They're not walking blind into the situation, not knowing what going on. These people are walking into these situations knowing fully well something could possibly go on, because for one, they're that guy. They're that guy that gets slapped up. They are that guy that gets the mick took out of them. Do you know what I mean? Like, when they come around bigger dogs. So either stay around smaller dogs or stay away from the dog them altogether. You know, there was there. There's options. So it's like, go to the bigger dogs, get ripped up. Go to the like smaller dogs where you can rip man up, or you just choose not to. Or go where there's no dogs and no one for rip up. You know what I mean? When I say rip up, I mean this, embarrass, you know the flows, how they go. But don't step around where, you know, you can come out of the lifestyle. Don't go there. There's options. Like, don't go there. This is England. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, you can start put lippy on, put some dark clothes on, listen to some sad music. You're a goth now, or emo or whatever. You can do that. There's nothing to stop you from doing that. Do you know what I mean? Don't keep rolling around the ends or whichever way this bad man be and become a victim because of your own choices. Like, how about don't go there? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so that's what I've realized. Like, once again, like the higher thinking skill, like the higher reasoning, like forget how I feel. Like, so obviously I'm taking it on as embarrassment if it's family or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, these men are knocking my name, you know, them ones there. When it's nothing to do with me. Like, really and truly, I had to detach. What I call it is the hive mind. Just imagine like a big brain. And my brain's connected to this big brain. And every other hoodman, whether they're in chef, money, anyway, these hoodman, we're all connected to this big hood brain. There's another brain that's a goth brain, and another brain that's a fucking posh brain, and another brain that's a fucking whatever, yeah? Upper class, middle class, them man there. I don't know what the other subgenres are within white culture, do you know what I mean? Like, every brain's there, but I'm hooked up to the hood thing. So what happens in the hood and all this and that, it does bother me. It affects me because I've got a way of thinking. I've got that way of thinking. So I had to detach myself from this way of thinking. So just so when them things there happen and I'm around man that's still hooked up to that brain, they'll all be thinking, you like all of them uniformly, like be like, yo, why aren't you dealing with that? Because that's the mindset that they're all hooked up to. Do you know what I mean? If you don't want to disconnect, you don't disconnect. You stay there. Right there. Didn't want to laugh on this pod because it's serious. But yo, man are moving mad, bruv. Man are moving mad, bruv. You know the ones there? Yo. So yeah, that's it. Just don't, it's all about, so then again, it's like I said, so what do you do? Let's scrap all that, yeah? Moving forward, so that's what happens. So that's that bit. That's the issue. That's what happens. That's that bit. So then the bit we need to focus on is what do we do? I feel like I'm doing something with this pod because I'm trying to like enlighten people. I'm trying to get people to understand there's a different way of doing things. You know, the ones there. Like, there are options out there because, like I said, I was hooked up to that and I'm hooked up to a next brain. The DQ and Q brain. Come get hooked up. Hello. But yeah, so it's like the solution. So he's saying take it out of the culture. You have to embarrass these men because what is embarrassment doesn't make people... Embarrassment fixes people up. It's social shame. Embarrassment... So that's why a paedophile don't walk around fucking... Them and Mr. Soft back in the day. Oh, Mr. Soft. The tree advert. My man was walking down the... You know what I mean? That's why a paedophile don't walk around like that because it's socially shameful. You don't tell nobody. You know the ones there. Or even within your own family. If you're trapping or something, they said people can't keep it around. You can't... Because it's just going to be either buried out. Or they might just cut you off. If they are giving you money, like whatever, they might cut that off. Or... Not saying you need that money, but I'm just saying, like, you know, they might cut you off. Do you know what I mean? So it's a social shame. They don't want you around. And even if you man them, so just say like you're on some beef thing and they certain man not backing it, you might just cut them off. Obviously, you might broke them down still, but cut them off. So then, like, there's a circle that we're all in. And you want to be as central as you can.